you?
I'm awesome. So, thank you for joining me. But
Absolutely.
let's talk. So, what better time to talk about real estate and how buying or selling can greatly benefit you and your family than now?
Yeah.
It's the time, right?
Yep.
So, we're all staying safe by practicing social distancing to combat the spread of COVID-19. So, let's take this opportunity to talk real estate. You ready?
I'm ready.
So, for those who don't know me, let me introduce myself. I am Keshia Evans, realtor with Cry Like Realtors. I've been in the business for approximately 4 years. I'm a native of West Tennessee. I received my bachelor's from MTSU and made Middle Tennessee my home instead of, trying to go back
Mhm.
to Jackson, which is one of the best decisions that I actually made. Um, I'm passionate about helping people overcome the fear and the mindset that I can't own a home. Because I hear so many people, oh, home ownership is not for me, or I can't afford it. And I'm just like, come on, like, yes, you really can,
Yeah.
So, and I have a goal. I have a goal to help at least 20 more families reach their goal of home ownership this year. And that's 8 months left in 2020, but I'm committed to making this happen, you know? So today we're going to focus on the opportunity. Interest rates are at an all-time low and why the time to buy is now. So Celia, I have a couple of questions that I really hope you can, help me with.
Mhm.
And let's talk about the first one, the types of loans that can be used to fund a mortgage. What do you
Well, okay, so you have different options. If you're a first-time home buyer, I always recommend the THDA program. There are some income limitations, so it is kind of geared towards, like county specific as far as your income goes. So the first thing I would do is I'd kind of look at what property you're looking at, where it is, and then kind of determine with your income if you'd qualify. If you do, it's a great program because it offers your down payment completely. You do end up paying that back if you were to move within the 30 years of you paying off your mortgage. It's like a loan essentially. However, if you stay in the home forever, you never pay that money back, and that is 3.5% of the amount financed. So I do a lot of those. And then we also have your typical government-backed programs like your VA and your FHA loans. And then there's the conventional loan. We also have a first time, if you haven't owned a home within 3 years, conventional offers a discounted, typically you have to put 5% down. They actually offer like a 3% conventional now. So a lot of people don't know about that. So those are, oh, we also have USDA. So certain areas that would qualify, it's based off of where they are. It's also known as the Rural Development Loan.
think?
So we offer that one as well.
Awesome. So is there one that you lead first-time homeowners more towards? Is that the FHA one? Is that the one you would?
Yeah, THDA dash or slash FHA. That is what I would do if they had the money for the down payment. And their score is over a 680, I'm probably going to recommend them towards conventional because the mortgage insurance is a little bit cheaper than it would be if they were to go FHA at that point. And it wouldn't make sense either to have the down payment because they could probably get a little bit better interest rate. So it's really, take a look at your credit score, and then like where your income is. And then I give you the options, or give them the options of, look, you can go this route and this would be your monthly payment, or you could go this route, put the money down, and then your payment might be a little bit less. But I did some numbers before our call, and just to kind of give you an idea, like 100 right now with a THDA loan, with mortgage insurance, property taxes, homeowners insurance, all of it combined, their interest rate now is a fixed 4%, and like a $150,000 house would be about $1,000 a month with everything. So. And a lot of people are paying more than that in rent for an apartment. So
Absolutely. So is there I know a lot of people feel that they can't afford to buy a house. Why do you think that misconception? How can we help change that mindset when they think that they can't afford it?
I think it's just lack of information out there. Like a lot of people aren't focusing on these first time home buyers because, maybe we're busy with the more the people that have more experience buying, and we're busy doing those loans. I just think it's lack of knowledge because I mean, when you lay it out there, look, you could get in a home for $1,000 a month, but you're paying $1,200 for rent. Why would you throw the money away when you could be investing in your future? I mean, this is an asset. And
Very
yeah, and now is the time I feel like, you know, we all are like wanting to feel as secure as we can and as safe as we can. And owning a home, I've actually been busier in the past couple weeks. And the only thing I can accredit that to is, yes, the interest rates are low, but also, you know, we're wanting to feel secure. And something about owning a home just makes you feel more secure. Like nobody can take that from you as long as you pay your bills. You
right.
know, it's yours. So
So what about the credit score? I know a lot of people have that main concern. My credit score is not high enough. And when I ask myself, like, so what's your credit score? Oh, I don't know. So how
right.
do you get one? My credit score is not good enough. You know, what is the target number for credit score? Like, what should we be telling them?
I look for, we need right now with today's market, we need at least a 620. And what I suggest is I always say, have you downloaded Credit Karma? It's a soft pull. It doesn't affect your score or whatever. It's not always accurate, but it kind of gives you a good gauge. And if they're comfortable, if they're anywhere near 620, I'll have them fill out an application. And then there have been clients that have been right under where they need to be. And then I'm like, well, that credit card's maxed out. Do you have $500 to put down towards it? And then you'll be under 50% DTI. And it boosts their score like 30 points. So sometimes it just takes like a look at their credit to see, you know, there's one little tweak and then you're there. You would qualify. So I've had plenty of clients that they don't qualify today, but I can put them on a path, and then 30 to 60 days from now, they're, you know, putting in a contract and putting in an offer to buy a home.
So you actually will advise the client once you look at their report. You'll help them through it instead of them trying to figure it out on their own. You'll advise them what to pay, how to pay it off, and what could actually increase their score. Is that what I'm getting?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, good. So once a Credit Karma, so the pre-approval process, a lot of people don't understand that. So a person's like, well, Keshia, why do I need to get pre-approved? And I try to tell them that this gives them more power in the process of buying a home, because if you know what you're able to afford, we won't look at houses that are over your budget. We'll stay within that price range. So is the pre-approval process a simple process? Could you do it virtually instead of actually having to come into your office?
Oh, absolutely. In fact, you know, I've done a lot of my business remote. So this is not even really an adjustment to me. A lot of, I want to say millennials, I'm a millennial. If I don't get them on the phone and hear their voice, like some of them, they're like, we've gone through the whole process. And if I didn't go to closing, I would never even meet them or hear their voice if I didn't like track them down, because a lot of it can be done via text message. You know, I work with people's schedules. Sometimes people are trying to get all this accomplished while they're at work and they can't talk to me on the phone. So not only do you not have to do this face to face, for people that are more comfortable, it can all be taken care of via email or text message. So it's really simple. I had an agent text me the other day. She was like, they're wanting to put an offer in on this home, and then their current lender, it was going to take a day or two to get back to him. She was like, Celia, how fast can you get my clients pre-approved? Because you all need that in order to turn in an offer. Like people that are selling homes, they're not even going to look at your offer unless you've got a pre-approval letter. So I was like, if they can get me everything I need, which if they're not self-employed, that's just W-2s and your most recent pay stub, then I can calculate income is from the moment I have those documents, I can get you pre-approved within the hour. And for them, you know, some cases are easier than others. Some are harder. So give or take, but that particular client, I mean, it was like 25 minutes from the moment I had those documents, and, you know, we were good to go.
Now that is awesome. And that's something that people need to be aware of, because I think that a lot of people think that it's a drawn out process versus how the simplicity behind it.
Right.
So once we have the pre-approval, do you recommend the 30 to 45 days before the loan can actually be processed? You know, what if they're in a rush to move, or what if they want to extend it to 90 days or longer? Is that a problem?
Okay, so anything but USDA loans. USDA loans, I request 45 days from the date you give it to me, just so nobody's super stressed out, because it has to go through underwriting, our underwriting department and theirs. THDA is a little bit faster with their turnaround. So even a THDA loan, I feel confident I can do it in 30 days. We can make exceptions. I've had some loans, like they're not happy, the client's not happy with their lender, and the closing date is, let's say, the 20th of next month of April. I consult with senior management at my company, Community Mortgage, and I say, hey, they're with such and such bank. They're not happy. Can they jump ship and come to us, and us maybe do this a little faster than we normally would and normally would like, in order to gain their business? And I've never been told no in that scenario. And I'm not going to say, oh, I can get a loan closed in 8 days, because I also don't want my team stressed out all the time,
Right.
but it's a case by case basis. I do want people to feel, know that we're open to all challenges. And, I've got an awesome team with like over 20 years, 30 years experience. So if anybody can do it, we can do it.
And I feel very confident that you guys can do it. So do you advise people to go to seek credit restoration prior to, or is that something that you let them decide on their own whether or not they should go that route?
Well, what I like to do, if I talk to somebody and they say, I know or I've already done Credit Karma and I know I'm in the low fives, or, I'm not there yet. I can do a lot based off what they tell me without doing a hard pull. So it kind of just depends on where they are. Like if they're anywhere near the 620 range, I'd like to pull their credit and I'd like to be able to see. But if I know that they're not where they like need to be yet, and it's going to take a little while, then I do recommend, working on that before I do that hard pull.
Okay. Okay, this is awesome. I really appreciate all of this information. Is there anything else you want to address?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so yeah, I appreciate you joining me today, and I look forward to many more conversations and doing business with Community Mortgage. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Bye-bye.